Hi folks, and welcome to welcome to part 10 of my complete DVD, Blu-ray and 4K collection. Today I've been watching a few YouTube videos and Carlino just put up his Arrow ones, and I thought, you know what, I'll do my Arrow ones next. As you can see, some of them are up behind me, but I actually have another shelf of them at the side of me here as well. So let's just run through them. And you know what? You're going to hear a lot of my catchphrase. Haven't seen it? And you know what? If I haven't seen it, I just won't comment, because I think you hear enough of that from me, to be honest with you. So let's just get started on the first pile that's sitting here. I usually keep my Arrow ones in these plastic ones because I like to keep them good, but sometimes they're a wee bit annoying. Scared Stiff. Frankenhooker. Microwave Massacre. Island of Death. Have started to watch that, turned it off. Shouldn't have really kept it, I don't think. Massacre Gun. Nightmare City. Ronin. The Thing. This is a really, I didn't get the collector's edition on this one, but this is a really good transfer. I know some people have pointed out a couple of problems with the 4K, but you know what? I'm happy with this one for now. Would I like the 4K? Possibly. So The Thing. Delta Force. Great movie. Life Force. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. Runaway Train. Big Trouble in Little China. Very enjoyable Kurt Russell movie, that one. Just so hilarious, eh? Videodrome. That is how it was good. That's Videodrome, isn't it? Yeah. The Last American Virgin. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Audition. A lot of people say this is good. I watched it, I turned it off. I will go back to it. Christopher Walken and King of New York. Texas Adios. Trapped. The Slayer. Animal Factory. Contamination. Rollerball. Mega Time Squad. She-Devil on Wheels. Foxy Brown, great movie. Time Bandits. Pit Stop. Visitor. Raising Cain. House 4. I don't have all the houses, so I've not watched them. Yeah, I think I've got that in House. First one, I'm not 100% sure though. Black Sunday. And he says that in the first one's right here. House. Hellgate. Blood Rage. Last House on the Left. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Daniel Isn't Real. The Hills Have Eyes. The Stuff. The Incredible Melting Man. Return of the Killer Tomatoes. I want the first one, so I can watch this one. People Under the Stairs. The Witch That Came From the Sea. The Initiation. The Burbs, great movie. Apprentice to Murder, Cohen and Tate, Coffee, another great movie, Edge of the Axe. Oh, I'm going to shift over a bit, hopefully you'll be able to see me. I'm sure you can. Pieces, The Pajama Case Girl, Inferno, 12 Monkeys. What a movie this is. This is a great one. Zombie Flesh Eaters, The Iguana with the Tongue of Fire, Hired to Kill. I got that one. I haven't watched it yet because it's got George Kennedy and Oliver Reed in it. The Andromeda Strain. Great movie. Absolutely brilliant movie. But this could be probably one of my favourite Arrow releases, The Andromeda Strain. Highly recommend that one. If you do want to go back on my channel, you can see a picture comparison of the Blu-ray that was issued before this and this one. Much better picture quality on this one. Society, Boondock Saints, Hounds of Love, Zardos. I picked that up because it's got Sean Connery in it, but I haven't watched it yet. The Long Good Friday, Evilled. I don't know whether I should include my Arrow Academy titles in this one or not, but I'll do that later. Rabbit, The Gruesome Twosome, The Exorcist 3, The Mutilator, and Psycho 2. I actually enjoy this more, Psycho 2, than the original Psycho. I think it's a better film. Maybe I'm wrong, I think so. Night of the Comet, another great movie. Really, really like that one. I've watched it a few times. It's got the guy Chicote out of Stargate. What's it? Is it Robert Beltram? Yeah, really, really good movie, that one. Burnt Offerings, Madman, The Burning, Bound, and What Have You Done to Solange? So that is the first set. I'm just going to pause, put these back on the shelf and get the other one down. So give me 2 secs. Hello, I'm back. I know it was only 2 seconds for you, but it was shelf filling for me, which I've filled them back up there. And I've took off the other ones on my other shelf, and I noticed there's a lot of dust on them. And that's why I like to put those plastic case covers on them. And, you know, some of my special editions have got quite a bit of dust on them. I really need to get these in some kind of special cases, because I really didn't want these ruined. I know that I like the movie, but if you spent the money on the special releases, you really didn't want to get them ruined. So I try and keep them sealed until I watch them, or when they are open, I need to get some kind of protective covers for them. If anyone's got any recommendations for the protective covers for these, go put them in the comments for me, because I'd appreciate it. Even though they're on the shelf and it's covered, there's still dust on them. Weird. Right, so I'll show you my special edition ones first. I've only got 4 of them, and actually there's a Eureka title in there. And I'm going to show you anyway, because it's in the shelf with the Arrow releases, so there you go. So first one we have is Candyman, limited edition release. And it comes with a nice booklet. Something like that. I'll tell you a wee story about these ones, and that is that this one and this one. Oh, see what I mean? Look at the Cujo label. Got to fix it. This one and Cujo were in the CEX shop, and I didn't have any money or any vouchers, so Jason from Jason Movie and TV says, why don't you trade in something that you've got in your collection that's more common that you can probably get back quite easily? So I did that, and I traded in the Saw collection, and that's quite hard to get back now. I traded that in and a couple of other things, and I got those two. Candyman's a classic. Waterworld with Kevin Costner. This is one of the very few that I've bought first day release, but I didn't pre-order that, and on the day it was released, it went down to, for some reason, to £19.70. I thought, can I turn that down at that? Because that's one of my favourite films, or certainly one of my favourite Kevin Costner films, and it's got the Ulysses cut in it, which I've never seen before, and I've still not seen. I really need to remedy that. But I thought that's a really, really good release. I've got the 4K as well, but the 4K doesn't have the Ulysses cut and have these details on it, so I took that too. Careful. The American Werewolf in London is still sealed. That's what I should do. I should just keep them sealed until I watch them. But that's a good movie. Is it one of my favourites? No. But the special edition release, I think, was down to £15 or something like that on a day, and it was usually going for 24 or something, so I thought, why not? And I had some vouchers, so I took it, and that's an American Werewolf in London. And again, this one was in CEX, and I had some vouchers, and I took it, and that's The Hills of Eyes Part 2. So very few special releases I have, but the ones I do have, I try and keep in good condition. There. That's why they are on the single shelves rather than my double shelves. Let's have a look at else what we've got. Oh, The Prey. Thanks to Jason TV Movie for picking that up for me and sending it to me again. I appreciate that as well. The Clash. 16 Candles. I've watched that, and I think that's a really good movie. I See You. The Bloodthirsty Trilogy. I got that in an Arrows deal, and I haven't opened it yet, and I'm not going to until I watch it. So, Mondo Chekhov movies. I have got a spare one of these. I said if you wanted it, you could have it, but I didn't get an email. Maybe I gave you the wrong email address. If you are watching, let me know in the comments so I can get out to you. Crimes of Passion with a lovely matte slipcase, and that got that in CEX. You can see a tarnished slipcase at the bottom without their sticker. Heathers. Old Boy. The Endless. I have watched this. I didn't actually like it. No more to be said than that. It was a time travel sort of movie, isn't it? If I remember rightly, but I just didn't like it. So, why have I got it in my collection? Because it goes with my Arrows. That's why. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia even. Looks like a western. I thought I would take that one. Oh, I forgot I got this limited. This was again out of CX. Carrie, great movie that one. This could actually be one of my favourite horrors. Carrie, The Candyman, Quiet Place is a good one as well, yeah. Cool. And we have 6 Gothic Tales, and that's including The Fall of the House of Usher, The Plit and the Pendulum, Tales of Terror and the Raven, The Haunted Palace, and The Tomb of Ligeia. Now, you've probably seen my story behind this one, right? So, first of all, this was up for sale in HMV for £50, but you got an £80 voucher for CX. So somebody just told me about that on the day, and I said, go and have a look. So I actually went straight to HMV, bought it for £50, took it down to CX, still sealed, and I said, can you just confirm it's an £80 voucher you get for this? And he went, yes. So that's fine. So I let them open it, and I got the £80 voucher for the 50. Then it came up on Savvy, buy one get one free at £50. So I bought 2 of them, £50, traded one in for another £80, and I kept one. So I spent £100, but I got £160 in vouchers, and I kept one. And I used that for presents, because I can use the vouchers for anything in CX, not just movies. So I've done that, and I haven't watched them yet, but it was really good to get them in the collection. One of my favourite movies, and I double dipped on this one, and I'll tell you why. So first of all, this is one of the very few first day releases. So Andromeda's Reign, Waterworld, America, and this are the only three I've got first day that came out. And I picked this one up, Weird Science, because I really enjoyed this as a kid, and I watched it several times. As you know, it appealed to a young teenage boy, that's for sure, on there. So I picked this up, and it was $14.99, and I got it, and I'd bought it and taken it home, and I went into HMV a couple of days later, and the steelbook was there, and the steelbook was £1 dearer, and I thought, well, could I just return this one? But this has got such a nice matte slipcover on it. I thought, nah, I'm just going to keep it. And I got the steelbook as well, because it's such a good looking steelbook. And it was only £1 more than the thing. So this is the very few ones, double dips, that I won't get rid of. Look at the back, front. Oh, this, you know, when I keep my DVDs with my Blu-rays, and this one I just had a wee folder and it kept it in there, so I kept my DVD in there as well, just in case it doesn't do any damage. It's got the Robocop advertising in it, and it's got the wee booklet. And the disc artwork's good as well. It's even got, you can even see artwork on the top. I'm not going to take it off because I'll end up cracking the disc and try to do it with one hand, and I really don't want to do that with these ones. And also picked this one up, and I picked this one up in CX as well, and that is The Bride of Reanimator. That's Jeffrey Combs from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Enterprise. So I took that one, and I thought, I can't watch Bride of Reanimator without watching Reanimator, and I have got that now, so I should get around to watching it. Hellraiser 1, 2 and 3 Steelbook. Watched the first Hellraiser, haven't watched the second one or the third one. And this was very kindly sent to me by my friend Roy. So I appreciate that, Roy. And I haven't opened it because I managed to watch the first Hellraiser on Amazon Prime. And again, I don't like opening these if I can avoid it. The other thing is, if you're going to watch that, you want to watch it in a cinema experience when the kids are out, that you've just got your popcorn, you've got your surround speakers on. And I don't get a chance to do that very often. So if I can watch it on streaming, I will do. But if I'm going to get better picture quality and I'm ready to, then I've got it there. So that's what I like. I've got liking having the option. Robocop, the Steelbook. I would rather have had the limited edition one on this one than the Steelbook. But you know what? Steelbook's fine. And again, I haven't opened it yet. But look at what price it was when it first came out. And I got it for $7.99. So great. Robocop. Seeing Robocop when they blow the guy's hand off, that terrified me for years. Give that man a hand. Boom. Such a brutal movie. You know? Reminds me of Starship Troopers in a way. Just with the brutality and the corporation. I think Starship Troopers is a bit like Robocop in space, but without the Robocop. If that makes any sense. I picked up these three. These were all pickups in CX, and I better put this the right way down. That's not the right way down, is it? Should it be this way? No, it should be that way. That's right. And that is City of the Living Dead. Did I have that up there as well? If I did, I can't see it. And also Deep Red, which I haven't watched, as usual. And Maniac Cop. So that is my complete Arrow collection, apart from the Academies, and apart from my 3 Arrow DVDs I have. Window box ones, that is. So, hope you've enjoyed this part. And if you've got any comments on any of these, and if you've got any comments on my psychology of why I buy them and I don't watch them, feel free to let me know. In fact, I'll be flooded with comments with that one, but there you go. Hopefully people understand. Great. Well, thanks for watching this part, guys. And I shall, if you want to subscribe, I'd appreciate that, because that way we can see you next time and hopefully talk about some more movies that I might have watched. Thanks, guys.